What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Morning Brew podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Today, I am joined by Nick and Ty Talbott, aka the Talbott Brothers, all the way from Nebraska. Before we get started, please make sure that you're following the Morning Brew podcast on Spotify, Instagram, or wherever you get your podcasts. Also, with this episode, we have released on YouTube a performance of their song Halfway Love off their latest album Borderlands. This song is performed live from Benny Thunders Taproom in Houston, Texas, and I think you'll really enjoy a taste of their music. So, without further ado, I hope you'll check out that video after you listen to this awesome interview with the Talbott Brothers. Awesome. Well, hey guys, thanks so much for joining. We're here at Benny Thunders with the live studio audience, which is cool. Can we start with what are your names and where are you from?
I'm Tyler Talbott.
Nick Talbott. We grew up in a small town called Imperial, Nebraska, middle of nowhere, America, basically center of the country. So.
And who's older?
Me, a couple years.
Okay. And since this is the Morning Brew podcast, what is your guys' brew of choice?
Oh, I'm drinking the NA right now. It's delicious. You know how when you have an NA and it doesn't taste like a beer?
Yeah.
This tastes like a beer.
Oh,
it's very good.
This is the Kolsch. I think it's the double hopped or something like that.
Oh,
something
dry
hopped.
hopped.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's good. It's good.
Okay, so I've never had siblings on the podcast before.
Oh,
Are you guys down for a quick sibling game?
let's go.
Okay, so I have these clean earplugs.
Right
So I'm going to start with having Ty put these earplugs in.
Okay.
And then this is going to be a question for you.
All right.
And then he's going to take the earplugs out and I'm going to see if your answers match.
Okay.
We're not going to be clean anymore.
I like this.
Alright. So I can read lips, so don't look at it.
Okay,
Am I
don't.
yelling?
No, you're.
Yeah, you're shouting.
Okay, question for Nick. What would Ty say is his most embarrassing childhood moment?
Oh, man. All right. Maybe there was this time that when he was young, we were running through the house, and I came around the corner and I put my foot out, and he was carrying a bowl of whipped cream. It was on his birthday, and he
On his
tripped,
birthday?
and he fell, and it just went all into his
What'd you
face.
say?
He started crying, and he was upset. My mom took him, threw him in the bathtub, and I was like, "Happy birthday! I'm really sorry about that." But anyway, maybe that.
That's such an older sibling.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I'm also
I
an older
just-
sibling, so my brother
Yeah.
got a punching bag once for his birthday, and
Yeah.
I hit him with it, and I said, now the punching bag's hitting you. So,
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just like in you to just cause ruckus. I don't know.
Okay,
Anyway.
you could take him out.
Okay. Sound like I can tell you're happy and having a good conversation.
That's not great.
You're just talking about me?
Yeah, so Ty, what would you say is your most embarrassing childhood moment?
I feel like we were just talking about this at Thanksgiving. Yeah, it's weird, but I used to like be obsessed with whipped cream. Is that what you told? Is that the story you
Tell
told?
me more about this whipped cream obsession.
Well, there's two. So one was, I think it was
yeah.
Nick's birthday, and they had like a bowl of whipped cream up by the cake, and I took the whipped cream and sat under the computer desk and was eating it with a spoon, and my parents found me, and I like got in trouble, sort of. And then there was one when I was carrying whipped cream and I was running through. This is it. Isn't it? I was running through the house and
feel
Nick
like-
just barely. I think you stuck your foot out. I think.
Yeah,
And I-
it's true.
yeah.
We,
Big brother.
we did talk about this at Thanksgiving. Maybe that was too fresh of a memory to.
Still love whipped cream. It's the best.
Oh my gosh, okay.
I forgot about the one where you were hiding, eating it. I think there's actually a picture of you under the desk, and you used to have these big glasses,
Oh
and
my
you're just
God.
sitting there like eating it with a spoon right out of the bowl.
That's incredible.
That's crazy.
Okay, now it's your turn.
I turned hot.
All right.
I got green, which I like. If I can open it.
Squeeze it. Yeah.
You don't want these back, right?
Nah. I stole them from concert venues.
Sometimes you get them in like a hotel. Okay, get these in there good. I'm just gonna sit here and drink my beer.
Okay, Ty. Is there a lie or something that Nick hasn't told your parents that you can tell us?
Ooh. But see, if I say this and then my parents see it, then they'll know.
If you're
What-
their parents, stop watching right now. Skip ahead.
Okay, I'll just. And I don't know if it's a lie. I just don't think he hasn't told.
Or
them.
yeah, what's something that he just...
Nick got arrested once. Yeah.
Can you say what for or no?
No.
Okay, you can take him out. Okay, Nick, what's something that your parents don't know about yet that you've been keeping a secret?
And you don't have
there's a couple
to
things
tell
probably.
the whole secret. You know? You could just say something
tell
that
us
happened.
the half secret.
I'll stop
Probably a
feeding
few
it to you.
things.
Oh boy.
Oh man, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I don't usually lie about things. Trying to think. This is a hard one.
Remember?
Saying it is not lying. It's just,
it's
That's true. That's
yeah,
true.
don't think about a lie.
Not
Think
saying.
of something you haven't told
it's not a
anyone.
lie if you believe it's true.
Well, only a few people know.
Secret tramp stamp or
I
anything?
did. No, I don't think so. I did kind of have a run-in with the law in Nebraska.
Let's go. That's
But-
good enough.
but
You
it
don't
wasn't
have to-
that
You don't have
serious.
to say anything.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, and I didn't.
This is being
No.
recorded. Right?
Yeah.
All I said was you got arrested.
It wasn't a big deal. It was a misunderstanding.
You guys nailed it. I'm actually surprised.
That's funny.
Okay, so to dive a little bit deeper into talking about you guys, have you always been into music, or was like one of you invested in it first?
I think we both kind of started playing music when we were young. I probably was more the one who started just because I was older. I kind of put together like a band when we were playing in like middle school, and Ty would come over and basically how it went down is I had some friends. We were rehearsing to play this like middle school dance, and Ty came over and hung out and got on the mic and started singing. We did like punk rock music,
Oh,
so
cool.
we were playing like Blink-182 covers and like all that type of stuff. And Ty got on the mic and started singing, and I think it was like "What's My Age Again" by Blink-182. I think was the song, and we all kind of looked at each other, and then we kicked everybody else out of the band, and then we started the band, and then we just been playing. I think pretty much full time since right before COVID, 2018, 2017, somewhere in there. And
Yeah, I just wanted to play because he was playing. I thought, that was like when Nick and I really started to connect, I feel like, is when we played music. Because we were friends before that, but it kind of brought us together. I mean, we would argue about it sometimes, like what song we were going to play, or we still do that. So
yeah, I think it was kind of the thing that brought us like common ground. And then incorporating other band members and stuff, it was nice to kind of have like that camaraderie. It's like playing sports a little bit, like kind of like the team aspect of it, and creating stuff together and traveling, and being from the middle of nowhere, we've been able to see a lot of the world and stuff, which has been really cool. So now we're in Houston, Texas, drinking beer, and it's great. And this is work, this is like what we do
That's
for
cool.
a job, which is pretty amazing. So.
What's like the hardest thing about being in a band with your brother and, being together like all the time?
I think we're both pretty headstrong, and we both try to lead. And so sometimes when you have two leaders, and we've kind of fallen into roles, I guess, both of us, and that has helped a lot, like alleviate pressure instead of micromanaging each other. But I would say it's just that Nick and I are able to cut to the quick, and we probably talk to each other like we don't talk to other people,
That's
right?
fair.
Like if the drummer does something that I don't love, I'm not gonna say it to him the same way that I would say it to Nick. To Nick, I'd be like, "Why are you doing that?" But with the drummer, kind of take your time. We've worked on that too. I feel like we're nicer to each other.
Yeah,
now.
we've gotten better.
Kinder, maybe not nice, but kind.
We'll say kinder. I think that's a good
Always
way to say
tell
it.
you what you don't want to hear too. That's kindness.
Mhm.
That's sibling honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's important to have.
Have you ever pulled the I'm older card in an argument?
I don't know that I have in a serious way, probably,
I don't think so.
because there's a
When
lot
we
of
were
things.
younger.
Yeah, maybe when we were little. I think there's a lot of things I've realized that I don't know and understand, and just probably comes with getting older and messing up a lot, So plenty of times he's showed up and done things and kind of gotten my back on stuff when I'm like, oh, I should probably known better, but probably vice versa. So yeah.
See, that's a mature answer. I pull the I'm older card all the
Do you?
time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Anytime my brother's like, why? Because I'm older.
Yeah,
Duh.
It works for a while.
It does.
Awesome. And you guys released your latest album, Borderlands, back in May. Can you tell me a little bit about how this album kind of came to be?
Yeah, we basically started. Kind of the process is when we release a record, we'll start writing for the next one right after that. So these collection of songs we've been writing for past couple years after our previous record, and trying to play them live and kind of seeing what people like and what sticks, playing them with the band, playing them for each other, doing acoustic shows. And the process for this one was we just posted up out in the Pacific Northwest, and this really cool studio that we worked in a couple studios for it. One with Justin Abel, who helps do a lot of like our vocal production stuff, and then the other one was David Gavershaw, helped us produce the whole record. And being with him in the studio, he's also plays bass for us in our
cool.
band. And so it was cool to kind of have him on both sides, where he got to see the songs like from stage and then also from the mixing console.
That's super cool.
And so the production for it was like really organic, and we just sat in a room and like played the songs like we would live, and it felt like we were trying to capture what you would hear if you were sitting in the room with us, versus like building the songs in a studio, kind of like, we called that a studio baby, where it's kind of built from the ground up. Yeah. So this whole record kind of felt like a return to our roots and like the organic feel. And I don't know if you want to talk about, we spent a lot of time at your Airstream back in Nebraska.
Yeah, we call them demos, and that's kind of like before you go in the studio, just so the engineer, the producer kind of has an idea and direction of what you want to do. And we did the demos for almost every song. Like you said, there were a couple that we did and wrote in the studio. But I think that was a really cool thing, because I don't think we've ever come in like that sure of the songs already. Like before we release a record, Nick and I will probably write 30, 40 songs that we end up cutting down to, 10, 12, whatever it may be. So it kind of goes through a process of elimination, and
It's a lot of rock, paper, scissors.
you can't,
That's fair.
yeah, you can't take it personal when like a song doesn't make the cut, because we feel like we both kind of have to approve of it, in a way. So
That makes sense. I'm
Yeah.
curious because, so my brother and I, obviously, like, we have very different experiences.
Mhm.
So when you're making an album, like, collaboratively, is it hard to, like, are more songs Nick and more songs Ty, or are they all kind of, like, shared experience?
That's a really good question. I don't want to speak for you, but I think when we sit down to write, we've tried to do something where we'll start with like a blank piece of paper and sit across the table from each other and try to create something like out of nothing. And that experience usually just ends up in arguments. So what we found that we do really well is one of us will kind of start with an idea, and Ty will send like a verse or a chorus to me, and then I'll listen to it, kind of mess with it, and then I'll try to like write the other half of it, send it back, and then it turns into this like kind of back and forth conversation. But I think we both kind of understand the headspace pretty easily that we both get into, so it makes the song kind of feel like it's written from one perspective. But there has been songs, he'll just write, send to me, and I'm like, I got no notes, just tell me what to play on the guitar,
yeah,
I'll make
Same,
up a
like-
harmony. But
yeah. And we usually end up working on just like a line or two if we're writing together. We'll just like sit there and kind of do the line over and over again until we get something that flows and we like it. So, but yeah, you're right. And he sends me some too that it's just like, it's done. That's nice. Add some music stuff maybe. But.
yeah,
And Nick tends to write like the melody first or the guitar part, and then I tend to do words first without any melody or anything like that.
Okay.
So those two things kind of come together pretty well. Like I can tell him a line I like, and he can start playing something that he feels from what I sang, and then we can write like that. But I think there's only like 3 songs that have been recorded that we actually wrote at the same time.
Yeah, I think it's like catching lightning in a bottle a little bit when that happens. But yeah, and just, I mean, writing together. We have a lot of friends that do a lot of co-writing with like groups of people and stuff, and we just, for some reason, when we write together, it just works. And so we try not to, if it's not broke, we try not to fix it, you know. So.
That's cool. I was listening to the album recently, and Halfway Love is a popular song, and you mentioned not wanting halfway love this time. How do you know if someone is giving you halfway love?
Well,
Great question.
the song is kind of about like not being all in. I think that there's like especially with our generation, I guess, there's like, you could basically be talking to like 10 people at once, you know, and it becomes a game. And so that song was more about like, you know, wanting it to, the next person you're with, wanting it to be all in, and yeah, not like already thinking of an escape plan or like this probably isn't gonna work, but I'm enjoying it enough, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. We were originally gonna call it Trust Issues, because the song sort of starts with that idea of like the writer has trust issues, which affects the relationship. Like it's already doomed from the start.
I did
so to
notice
speak.
that.
Yeah.
I was looking at the lyrics and I was like, well, this hits a little too close
Yeah.
to home, I think.
Yeah.
And then we decided to name it Halfway Love because we say it like 4 times in the chorus, and we thought people would remember
Yeah.
that. Like it was Trust Issues right up until we printed it on the album. So.
I think the original file that David has on his computer still says Trust Issues.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
Guess we had to.
kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And so one of the songs is called Drink You.
Mhm.
If you guys were a bevy
Aha.
named after yourself, what would be in it?
Ooh. Mine would probably just be straight whiskey.
No ice, no nothing?
Probably no ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that, but for the sake of being different, I'd probably say like an old fashioned. I'm a little sweeter sometimes than Nick, and that's all I got.
A little complex.
That's it.
There's a little bit more than meets the eye, I think, you know. I can see that.
Yeah, you're sweet too. Sometimes.
Is straight whiskey sweet?
No.
I'll take it. I'll own it. I'll own it.
So the last segment that I do is called Artist Ask Artist. So my last guest has a question for you guys, and then you could ask anything
cool.
under the sun for my next guest.
Awesome.
So I had this independent artist named Jeff Thomas on my show, and he wants to know if Freddie Mercury were alive today with like all of Queen still, what would his music sound like, and why would it sound like that?
Wow.
Ooh.
Leave it to another artist to ask a question like that. I think, man, it's hard because we know Queen so well, and their style, and it's so definitive, you know? You hear it and you just know it's Freddie Mercury.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder, I would hope they just did the same kind of stuff, but, you know, I'm sure there'd be like new sounds, like they'd take advantage of, because I mean, that was sort of pop then, even though it was rock.
Mhm.
That was on pop radio too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that to touch on what you said, maybe the sampling of like certain sounds and things. I feel like maybe they would have used that a little bit more.
Yeah.
But they did so many things. Just seeing them play, I can't imagine just like only instruments creating the sounds that they create. You know, it's pretty amazing. So
Good answer.
yeah.
Okay, so now you guys can mind meld and come up with a question for whoever
Yeah.
my next guest is. And it doesn't have to be about creativity.
Yeah.
One of the other questions was, are shrimp bugs? So you can ask literally anything.
That's awesome.
It's like on your phone Googling it.
Can we, if you don't agree with this one, we could do two.
You can
No,
rock,
you
paper,
take it.
scissors.
Or
You
rock,
take
paper,
it.
scissors. Well, I was
Take
thinking like, I don't know, I think it'd be kind of interesting to know, especially if they're a musician, I don't know, if there's another job, if they didn't do music or they couldn't, I guess,
That's
what
good.
would they want to do instead? because I think a lot of people think this is just, once you are at a certain level as an artist, that you're just happy. Everything's, it's kind of looks from the outside like it would be a pretty good life. But there are hard things about it too. And I just wonder sometimes, like, I think it's fair to ask yourself all the time, if I could do something else, what would I do? You know, if my voice gave out tomorrow, I don't know. Probably just
Modern day
songwrite.
tragedy.
These are some of the late night conversations we have when we're talking about like our sticks bugs, like if I could do another job. And I think some of those questions, it's fun to kind of entertain the thought and the idea of it. Just kind of like makes you feel a little bit more human and like in touch.
Have you decided on a job you'd do if your voice gave out tomorrow? If you woke up with no
Man.
fingers?
I used to work at UPS, but that was, I don't know if I could, I can't pull off the brown shorts, first of all. Second of all, I don't think I could, I don't think I could do it. This, to me, this kind of feels like I don't have a choice. Kind of feels like I was chosen, picked to do this. Like, and if I didn't, I'd kind of be doing a disservice in a way. So for me, it's no, there's no plan B, no safety net for it. So
That's impressive.
I think I'd be a music therapist.
for me, I'd be your first client.
That works out.
Yeah.
And then lastly, shameless self-promo. Anything you guys want to promote, personal, professional, otherwise?
Man, just listening to the new record, Borderlands. We did a bunch of touring this year. Feel really grateful to have played so many shows. And next year we're going to be back out on the road and stuff with the band a lot more. So it'll be really fun to be back out. And so just get tickets, come see us play, and follow us on Instagram, and TikTok, and Spotify, all the things.
You guys dropped a Christmas song too, no?
Yeah, we did. It was fun. We recorded that, funny enough, at an Airbnb in Nashville, just like on a whim, and sent it to our producer, and it was really fun. And our buddy Matt Peluso played pedal steel on it, and it like
That's cool.
wrapped the whole thing up
Yeah.
in this perfect presentation of the song. So yeah, it was old. Please Come Home for Christmas. Who wrote it before the Eagles? I can't remember. Eagles made it famous,
Yeah.
but old song.
It's
It's
a
a cool
good
song. So
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having us.
Of course.
thank you, Kayla.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. It was fun.
Don't forget.
Oh, yeah.
That's all for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Once again, please make sure you're following the Morning Brew podcast on Spotify, Instagram, or wherever you get your podcasts. Also, make sure you're following the Talbott Brothers because they are incredible. I'm going to link all of their music and their socials in the description. I hope you'll check them out and leave a comment about what you thought about the interview. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks for my new interview with the band Kid Again, all the way from Los Angeles.